It's early Sunday morning and the drums are beating to mark the start of celebrations for a historic day, the entry into force of the Convention on Cluster Munitions. For Laos PDR, the world's most cluster-bombed country, this is a major development, and on the global stage, the most important disarmament treaty in a decade.
มื้อนี้เป็นวันที่มีความหมายสำคัญยิ่งต่อประชาชนทั่วโลกก็คือประชาชนลาวบรรดาเผ่าโดยเฉพาะสำหรับผู้ที่ตกเป็นเหยื่อของสิ่งเศษเหลือของสงครามที่ได้สร้างผลกระทบโดยกงยาวนานต่อชีวิตและการดำรงชีวิตประจำวันของประชาชนโดยทั่วไป
The convention bans the use, stockpiling and transfer of cluster munitions, and also focuses on survivor assistance and unexploded ordnance clearance. The government of Laos PDR, with support from international donors and the work of the Cluster Munition Coalition, played a leading role in developing the treaty, which has been signed by 108 states and ratified by 40.
The implementation of the convention, it will be a real challenge, and it will require constant attention to look at issues of clearance, support to the survivors, the links with poverty, and many of the crucial issues that we are dealing with when we talk about UXO. We need strengthened collaboration and partnerships among all the partners, from the development community here, from the civil society and young people of Laos, the government, UN, and also, most importantly, from the neighboring countries.
One of the treaty's primary goals is to realize the rights of people affected by cluster munitions. In Laos PDR, around 300 people are still injured or killed in UXO accidents annually.
เอาเหล็กโกดไปโกดเหล็กเศษเนาะโกดไปแล้วก็มันจุบแล้วก็มันแตกใช่เนาะแขนก็ได้ขาดเนาะนิ้วมือก็ขาดเนาะตาก็บอดเนาะสะเก็ดระเบิดมันยังฆ่าอยู่เนาะนี่เนาะมันยังฆ่าอยู่นี่เนาะอยากให้ช่วยอันนี้ยังก็อยากให้มีกิจกรรมทำเนาะอย่างเช่นก็อยู่ละล้าบ่มีเวกเฮ็ดเนาะค่อยก็คิดว่าเพิ่นเปิดชนที่ชัญญาเนาะเพิ่นนำใจจะช่วยได้เนาะ
The treaty calls on all states to clear their land of cluster munitions within 10 years. In Laos PDR, the scale of the problem is unprecedented. Approximately 25% of all villages are contaminated by UXO. The national clearance operator UXO Laos has already cleared over 23,000 hectares of land and will scale up its operations in the coming years.
The main thing for Laos PDR is it starts the process in the sense of now we can implement. The process has got to be done. We've got to do it in 10 years. And if we don't, well, we can be answerable. And we need to set those goals. It gives the government goals. It also gives our donor partners and our implementing partners and all the development partners a focus.
Additional resources for UXO clearance are required before any kind of development can take place.
UXO problem now constitute an impediment to socioeconomic development in our country. We cannot carry out our development project and poverty eradication without getting UXO out of our land. We believe that once all state parties to this convention implement this convention, including the most important articles in the convention, which is victim assistance and clearance, we would benefit very much.
The government of Laos PDR will host the first meeting of states parties in November 2010 and will assume the presidency for the treaty's inaugural year. The United Nations Secretary General Mr. Ban Ki-moon has urged all states to ratify the treaty without delay. For Laos PDR, the convention will go a long way in reducing human suffering and in the nation's efforts to achieve the Millennium Development Goals of 2015.